Hawaii officials mistakenly warn islanders of inbound missile. By Staff and Wire reports. Honolulu, a false alarm that warned of a ballistic missile headed for Hawaii sent the islands into a panic Saturday, with people abandoning cars into highway and preparing to flee their homes until officials said the cell phone alert was a mistake. It wasn't clear exactly what happened. House Speaker Scott Saiki said someone pushed the wrong button, and the White House said the episode was purely a state exercise. But for nearly 40 minutes, it seemed like the world was about to end in Hawaii, an island paradise already jittery over the threat of nuclear-tipped missiles from North Korea. Portlander Samantha Willow said she and her husband Steve were relaxing at their Kauai timeshare when the erroneous alert came on an intercom in their room. Willow said she thought she was entering the last minutes of her life. "We called our kids to say goodbye," said Willow, 70. She said her kids were horrified at the prospect of losing both their parents at once, in a missile blast no less. But Willow said there'd be no better way to die in an instant, side by side with her husband. "This is the way we'd want to go," she said. Together. The emergency alert, which was sent to cell phones statewide just before 8:10 a.m., said, "Ballistic missile threat inbound to Hawaii. Seek immediate shelter. This is not a drill." On the H3, a major highway north of Honolulu, vehicles sat empty after drivers left them to run to a nearby tunnel after the alert showed up, the Honolulu Star-Advertiser reported. Workers at a golf club huddled in a kitchen fearing the worst. Professional golfer Colton Ost, staying at Waikiki Beach during a PGA Tour event, said everyone was panicking in the lobby of his hotel. "Everyone was running around like, 'What do we do?' he said." Portlander Beth Hyams, who is vacationing on the north shore of Oahu, said she got the alert on her phone but immediately questioned whether it was legitimate. "I thought, this can't be right," said Hyams, an editor with Oregon Public Broadcasting. She said she thought the island's air raid sirens would be blaring in the event of a real missile threat. Willow said she had no indications that the bomb threat was anything but real. She said she felt it futile to try to survive an incoming warhead. Instead of trying to hide, she wanted to glimpse the missile for herself. "I was just going to out and see it coming. There's nothing you can do," she said. The Hawaii Emergency Management Agency tweeted there was no threat about 10 minutes after the initial alert, but that didn't reach people who aren't on the social media platform. A revised alert informing of the false alarm didn't reach cell phones until 38 minutes later, according to the timestamp on images people shared on social media. Spokesman Richard Raposa says the agency is trying to determine what happened. The alert was attached to live sports being broadcast in Hawaii, Deadspin reports. The incident prompted defense agencies including the Pentagon and the U.S. Pacific Command to issue the same statement, that they had detected no ballistic missile threat to Hawaii. The White House said President Donald Trump, at his private club in Florida, was briefed on the false alert. White House spokeswoman Lindsay Walters said it was purely a state exercise. Saiki, the House Speaker, said the system Hawaii residents have been told to rely on failed miserably. He also took emergency management officials to task for taking 30 minutes to issue a correction, prolonging panic. Clearly, government agencies are not prepared and lack the capacity to deal with emergency situations, he said in a statement. The alert stirred panic for residents on the island and across social media. At the PGA Tour's Sony Open on Oahu, Waialae Country Club was largely empty and players were still a few hours from arriving when the alert showed up. Workers streamed into the clubhouse trying to seek cover in the locker room, which was filled with the players' golf bags, but instead went into the kitchen. Several players took to Twitter. Justin Thomas, the PGA Tour Player of the Year, tweeted, "To all that just received the warning along with me this morning, apparently it was a mistake? Hell of a mistake. Haha, glad to know we'll all be safe." In Honolulu, Pier Salon owner Jamie Malapit texted his clients that he was canceling their appointments and was closing his shop for the day. I woke up and saw a missile warning and thought, no wait. I thought, no, this is not happening today, Malapit said. Brian Naili, who was visiting Honolulu from Molokai, said he wasn't worried since he didn't hear sirens and neither TV nor radio stations issued alerts. I thought it was either a hoax or a false alarm, he said. The Honolulu lawyer tried to find some humor in the situation. I thought to myself, it must be someone's last day at work or someone got extremely upset at a superior and basically did this as a practical joke, he said. But I think it's a very serious problem if it wasn't that, or even it was. It shows that we have problems in the system that can cause major disruption and panic and anxiety among people in Hawaii. Others were outraged. Hawaii U.S. Senator Brian Schatz tweeted the false alarm was totally inexcusable and was caused by human error. There needs to be tough and quick accountability and a fixed process, he wrote. Willow, the Oregonian vacationing in Hawaii, said she was relieved to learn that the missile launch alert was a mistake 45 uneasy minutes after the warning was broadcast. The fact that an erroneous alert went out doesn't inspire great confidence in missile alert systems, she said, adding, "You do wonder about how this happened."